Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card reading. We are going over how your person is currently thinking or feeling about this relationship, what's going on in the connection, just overall kind of glimpse into the current energies. Again, this is kind of a snapshot. This doesn't mean this is always going to be, but just a general overview of where they are right now. This is a timeless reading, so if you're finding this, just know that whatever comes up in the messages is pertaining to what you needed to know right now. We have 3 piles, so we have 1, 2, and 3. We have these beautiful little flowers, so we have a Hawaiian flower, so we have a blue, a yellowy white one, and then a reddish one. So just take a moment, look over the piles, go with whatever one you're drawn to first. If you're feeling drawn to more than one pile, there could be a message in more than one pile for you. So you can watch more than one. You can watch all 3. Just remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't try to make everything fit just because you were drawn to a certain pile. Just know there was messages within this pile that you needed to hear. So that does take for you to use some of your own discernment on that. But I look forward to seeing you in your pile. Please make sure you are subscribed. We are into a new month, and I'm going to be doing another free personal reading giveaway for all my subscribers this month, so make sure you're subscribed and that you're commenting to be entered into my drawing for that. Alright guys, I will see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. Okay, you picked this beautiful blue little Hawaiian type flower. Let's see, we are going over what's currently going on in the snapshot of your relationship or your connection with the special person you're thinking about. We will be pulling, I have tarot cards and oracle cards. I'll be also pulling some messages from your person and some possible overall guidance depending on what comes up and what I feel drawn to do. So let's get right into this. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm doing another free personal reading this month for all my subscribers, or a giveaway for all my subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed and commenting, and you will be entered into my personal reading of any subject of your choice. Alright, let's get into this. So we have the Hermit, and I'm still over at my mom's, so I'm in a new location for these videos. If you watched my older ones and now you see me with this setup, it's a little different, but we're making it work in times like now. So we have the 7 of Wands, the Tower, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, right away I feel like this person has withdrawn, so you guys could be in separation. I feel like they're feeling a little defensive about their need to be withdrawn. You possibly had like a big breakup or a big life-changing event, or just an emotionally changing event, or just your guys' connection is really just shaking things up for them at the core, and so they're retreating. But they do have a lot of feelings for you. We have the King of Cups, which is about wanting to give that offer and stuff, but I feel like this person is very, like, they're not telling you how they feel because they're trying to figure it all out, because they're kind of scared. Like, this whole whatever's going on in your guys' relationship has really shook them up, and they're on the defensive. Like, they're trying to protect their heart and protect their emotions, so they're going within because they're not quite sure how to deal with it. That's what I'm getting so far. We have the Queen of Cups, so we have the Queen and King. So they see you as this just very generous, loving, caring, just special person. So that's how they're feeling about you, is they just see you, again, as this loving, caring, nurturing person. But they're just kind of scared. I get this overall just, I don't even know what to do about all this. They're fighting off their own feelings kind of situation. We have the Chariot, which is about wanting to move forward or travel towards you. Again, I still feel like they're being very defensive about this. Ooh, they have the Ten of Swords, so they're feeling a little stabbed in the back, and that's, clarifying the Tower. So they are feeling, even if they're not letting on, I feel like they're not telling you how they feel if you guys are in separation or whatever, like, but they are feeling very stabbed in the back and hurt by all this. Or possibly, if this is a new relationship and you guys are together, it's possibly past relationships have had them feeling so hurt, so maybe they're not as open as you would like them to be in this situation. But it's really because they're like, they've been really hurt in the past and they're pretty much scared to share their emotions with you. Then we also have the Three of Swords. So this person is definitely either currently in a bad heartbreak or has been very heartbroken in their past. And so that's what's keeping them from sharing this love and emotions they have with you. They're really afraid of getting hurt again, or or they are, again, general reading, so I'm getting kind of two messages. Either you guys are separated, they're very hurt, but they're not letting you completely know that. They have their defenses up, but yeah, they're very tender-hearted person here. Don't think they like to share that, and they're scared of sharing that because they've been so hurt. We have moment to moment. So I feel like this person is kind of, sorry, I'm trying to get these all in frame. Kind of goes like moment to moment. They might be a little wishy-washy with you, like a little going back and forth. Sorry, I'm trying to move these all up so we can have a little more room. But I feel like this person maybe like goes back and forth a little bit on their emotions with you, and then they open up, and then they pull back a little bit. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So I feel like, yeah, moment to moment, you're not quite sure about how they're feeling. It's just like because they don't know what to do with all this hurt, and so they have all these feelings and they want to express that to their to their special person, but they're just really not sure how to do that and protect themselves at the same time. Possibilities. They do see a lot of possibilities with you. They're very hopeful. I get like a hopeful, again, it's these fears and of hurt that are holding them back, but they definitely have a lot of hope. Healing. So this person is healing from a lot of past wounds, probably currently, if you guys are in separation, healing from whatever has gone on with you guys. We have harmony. So they're just looking for just some harmony, like a peace of mind. I feel like this person just doesn't even quite know how to handle all their emotions they have for you. And again, a lot of that is just fear-based. So they're like, he looks relieved here, but almost it's like being relieved after just so overwhelmed and stressed out. And then we have two dolphins. So if any of you guys happen to be twin flames, that can be a twin flame signifier. And the fact that we have two dolphins, it's kind of a twinny card there. So this person, yeah, is just kind of retreating. They're on the defensive. They still have a lot of emotions for you. They see you as this beautiful person, but they're dealing with a lot of hurt. So it's like a moment to moment. But they do have a lot of hope and possibilities. So they just need to heal and figure things out. Like they need to go within. They need to figure this out to get a clear. They don't even know what to do. I feel like they're almost overwhelmed and they're not sure if they're going to get hurt again. So they just don't know. I just overwhelming sense of I'm not sure what to do. So then we have this card is for revelation. It's Lisa. And sorry for the kid noises in the background. So I think they're realizing a lot of stuff about this connection, maybe that they haven't wanted to admit to themselves or to you, but they're going through some realizations as they're finding harmony and peace when they're within. We also have the Five of Fire, which is the Five of Wands. So this is about being in a conflict. So again, I don't feel like this is a conflict with you. I think this is a conflict within, like a conflict of dealing with, going with the heart and going with the mind and dealing with, like, all their thoughts are all on hurt. Like they have these loving energies they want to deal with. They have some passion, but all their passion, they're not even opening up them to themselves about it. They're being very like standoffish because of their head still in this very, very hurt place. The heart wants to heal and open up to you, but their head is like, no, remember how bad we hurt. Remember, like, your heart's broken. We can't even go there. So they just have a lot of healing to do. We also have the Eight of Earth. So the Eight of Pentacles, so it's just a lot about working either on yourself or, you know, work in general. They possibly could be trying to switch to a different, like, they don't know what to do with all this, so they're just changing course on what they're focusing their energy on, and they've kind of turned away from focusing on all the pain and emotions and messiness of this. Like, they're trying to get a little more grounded, a little more clear in what's going on, because they're a little overwhelmed. We have main female, so I definitely see they see you as this main person. Again, if this is a guy watching for a girl, guy watching guy, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just, you know, take it for how it pertains to your situation. But you're the main person. They see you as this beautiful main person. They want to give you these roses and lavish you with all this love that they have, but I think they're just still too not necessarily sure what to make of all this. Calling in your soulmate. So yeah, like, this is definitely a very strong connection. They feel this connection. I think they're fearful because of past things, but they definitely feel that connection. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I feel like they want to get rid of all this crap that's holding them back and move to a calm, peaceful state. I just don't think they're completely ready, but they do have those hopes, those possibilities. I see this, like, they see a possibility of a commitment and stuff with you. They're just not quite there yet. We have photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. They want to make new memories. So they're definitely thinking about the past. They're going over a lot of this in their head, but what they keep getting stuck on is the hurt, either with what's going on with you guys or they're hurt from their past, and that's what's catching them up. We have beauty. So I think they see you as this very beautiful person. Like, they're almost like mesmerized by you, and that really scares them. Chemistry. So there's a mutual spark and attraction with another. There's a strong magnetic pull and chemistry with this person. There's a lot of passion, desire, and sexual energy. This may pertain to Kundalini activating or rising. So yeah, there's a lot of, I think they're having a lot of revelations about, like, what this chemistry really is, and maybe realizing that this is more than just like a normal, like, just fling sort of thing. Like, there's a lot of chemistry here, and I just feel like because they've been so hurt, or they're coming from this hurt energy, they're just not quite sure how to deal with all that. These are fun. I just got these. These are from the White Witch Oracle off Etsy, and they are, dang it, I forgot. I lost my box. They are these little crystal ball oracles. There's only like 12 or 13, but you guys got yes. So, you know, it's the universe's way of saying yes to this connection. There is a strong connection here. So if you're wondering, is this person really meant to be connected with me, then your answer is yes. It's awesome. Now I feel bad that I'll try to remember to put the link to her Etsy page in my description. If I don't, call me out on a message and I'll let you know, but it's White Witch Oracle on Etsy. Those are really cool. All right, and our last overall card for until we pull, like, what they want to say is unconditional love. So I think they definitely feel unconditional love for you, or they want to. It's like a different kind of love. Like, they're not sure, or maybe, you know, I'm also getting that maybe you've shown them this unconditional love and they don't even know, they've never really experienced that in their life. They're used to just, like, surface level, like, relationships, and no one's ever truly just loved them, the good and the bad, and they've been scared by that because they've been hurt when they've tried to unconditionally love other people, because they've never experienced that in the return, so they almost don't know how to accept that at this point. All right, let's get some. These are another Etsy find. This is Twin Flame Journey Message. You don't have to be a twin flame, but I just, you know, really like these. And these are by the Mystic Moon Oracles. She's also on Etsy. Let's see, what does your person want to say if they could? So if you guys are in separation, or what's really on their heart, what do they really want you to know? I'm in a much better headspace now. So that kind of goes with, like, this card, Like they're getting more harmonious. So if you guys are in a separation and you're not sure what's going on, they're definitely been working on healing themselves. They're having revelations. Being in this hermit energy has been really good for them, and they're getting in a better headspace now about all this. I think they're just recognizing. Again, we have that revelation card, so they just are just getting better. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you, so I think that they, because they're stuck, all their thoughts are still in this painful energy, they're not quite sure how to express themselves. Maybe they've never fully expressed themselves to someone openly, and so they're just not quite sure. Even though they're getting to a better spot, they're not sure how to express this. Maybe we're just too different. So they're going, again, it's that moment to moment. So I feel like sometimes they feel like they're really good, they're past all this, and then they're like, well, maybe I'm not quite good enough for them. So again, it's that almost that wishy-washy. So it's like, I can't seem to find the right words, I know what I want to say, and then, oh, well, maybe we're just too different. Like, so they're having a little bit of doubts, as even though their feelings and passions are strong, there's still some doubts on their end. Lying was just easier for me than telling the truth. So I don't feel like they were open and honest with you because they were protecting themselves. Not everybody lies to be malicious and, you know, sneaky or whatever. Sometimes those lies are just something they're used to and then go to because it's how they protected themselves. It's how they learned to deal with things. Let's pull one more of these and then we're going to move to more messages. You inspire me. So they definitely, like, I mean, we have the photograph. They're thinking about you nostalgically. You still inspire them. Maybe you've helped them learn a better way to be and how they want to be. You know, you've definitely inspired them to be a better person. All right, these are our White Rose Guidance, Divine Love Messages. Anyone who watches my channel knows I adore her channel. I always have her linked. I love these cards. She's just a fabulous human being. We've kind of become a little bit of friends and shared our little stories, and I adore her so much. So if you don't watch White Rose Guidance, go watch her. You'll thank me. She's fabulous. And if you're here from a suggestion from her, thank you guys for being here. You guys know how great she is. Okay, so let's see. What else does your person want to say? I'm so sorry for not giving you the time and attention you deserve. So yeah, they definitely know that it was an unequal give and take here. I find everything about you pleasurable and irresistible. So again, they're still very fiery, passionate towards you. I also feel like they don't feel like they're good enough for you, is the message I am also hearing. You are my muse. So not only do you inspire, maybe they're autistic and you've inspired them to be, or even you help them find that creative side of them, and so you've inspired them, and that you're their muse. Let's get a couple more. I love these cards. What else? No one lights me up and inspires me like you do. Again, if you're wondering if this person thinks highly of you, they definitely think highly of you. Like, there's no doubt there. You inspire them. You turn loose heaven in me. So yeah. All right, guys. So overall, I think this is the message here. So just know this person's just a little afraid. They're not quite sure what to make of everything, but they definitely have a lot of still strong feelings for you. I just don't know if they're in a place to completely come towards you with that, because they're still feeling defensive about just a lot of things going on in their life. But they definitely still see you as this beautiful person that they want to share things with. I think they're just kind of stuck on how to get there. But they're definitely doing some inner healing. They're trying to get more calm and rational in their mind. So they're just a little bit, like, I'm hearing work in progress. Again, I feel like some of you guys watching may have been patient with this person for a very long time. So what you want to do with that is up to you. You do have free will. You do have free, choice on what you want to do in this situation. So if you feel the need to move on a little bit, you can still move on with your life and hold space for someone in your heart. Like, you can have a special place for them in your heart and come back to it one day if you really feel like it's meant to be, but you don't want to wait on them right now. Then, there's nothing saying that you have to, like, stay here with this person. You're not cheating on this connection. You're just being you. So, So if you're feeling like you don't want to wait around for this person because obviously they're not quite ready to move forward, then just go do what you need to do for you, you know. And whatever's meant to be will be, you know, what's meant for you will never pass you by. So yeah, all right, I'm done rambling. We're going to move on to the next pile. Thank you guys so much. Hey, my friends in pile 2. Sorry if there's a little bit of glare. I might have to shut this. The sun kind of came in. Make sure you guys can see. Okay, you guys had this yellowy white little Hawaiian flower here. We are going over what's currently going on in the connection. This is just a snapshot on the current energies, how they're feeling, thinking about you and the connection, and where they are just kind of in life. So this doesn't mean this is how it's always going to be. This is just a snapshot. So I try to do these once a week so you can kind of just check in with your person. You don't have to pick the same pile. Just, you know, pick whatever pile you're drawn to. So if you always pick 3 and you're not resonating with messages, maybe it's I know we're about to do pile 2, but if you're always picking the same number every time, and again, you're not feeling good about some of the stuff you're hearing, maybe it's time to switch things up and really just take a deep breath and focus on whatever pile and number or whatever, and maybe you're drawn to a different one. So basically the point I'm trying to make, like, pile 1 from week to week to week may not be the same person, so you don't have to stick with that person to check in with their energy because it's not done that way, you know. So anyways, okay, so we're gonna get going into that. Just wanted to clarify that a little bit. All right, so what's going on with your person? We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Magician. We also have the 5 of Wands. Okay. I feel like this person has had some shifts in their thinking about this relationship recently. Like they're stepping into their own power, but they're also learning some information about this. And normally 5 of Wands is about a conflict, but I almost feel like they're starting to move into like realizing that you're worth fighting for. Like they see you as this really great investment, this beautiful person that they want to invest, you know, a life with. And they're feeling very passionate about that. And I feel like they're starting to, like, if you guys are in separation, they're really thinking about coming to you with this information and fighting for you is what I'm hearing. I feel like they've moved out of any defensive energy and they're ready to fight for you. But again, it's like this almost is like a new revelation of manifesting the things that they want. They've had a good shift in some stuff. So let's see what else we have. We have the 6 of Pentacles, which is about being generous. We have the Page of Swords. Okay. We have Death. We have Temperance. Okay, guys, so yeah, I feel like this person is ready to be a little more generous with their thoughts with you. Like they felt like things have been uneven in the past and they want to like level that out a little bit. Their thoughts are still a little immature, so they're still like maybe thinking about how they want to come towards you. Because again, they want to. I feel like this desire to connect back with you is very strong in them, but they're just not quite sure how to communicate that. It's almost like a very juvenile thought, as in they're trying to figure it out. Energy. We have the Death here, which is clarifying the Magician. So I feel like they've gone through like almost a death and rebirth. Like they've had some big changes and some big realizations, and I think because we have Temperance here, that was divinely guided. So like the angels are working in your favor and blending things together, and so maybe they're helping them blend, their life and thoughts and stuff, like helping them figure out the truth behind all this. Let's see what else we have. This is interesting. All right, we have the Outsider. So again, that's, this is very 5 of Pentacle energy. So I feel like they've realized that, like, one of the revelations that they've had is that they've kind of left you out in the cold when it comes to being emotionally giving to you, and just giving in general. And so they're realizing that you deserve more than what they've given you in the past. Silence. So, and silence is clarifying this Page of Swords. So because they want to come towards you, but they're not quite sure how, they're going back to silence. So that's like their default, like, well, I don't know what to say, so I'm just not going to say anything kind of energy. We have experiencing. So again, we have the Magician, we have death. This is kind of like life experience. Just, I think they've had a big shift in just their, the death card is actually a really good card. It's, the death of one cycle, the rebirth of a new cycle. So I feel like they just, like, it's almost like a death of an old way of thinking, is what I'm hearing. Then we have sorrow. So they're still feeling sad about how things went down. I think it keeps them up a little bit, but they're sorry for how this ended or how they treated you. I feel like they just had a lot of realizations that how uneven this was, and they're feeling really, really bad about that. We have flow, we have Rhea. So this is about kind of going with the flow. I think they're still like, trying to surf the tide on figuring out what's going on here. We have Knight of Fire, or King of Fire. So they're definitely feeling very, very, like, passionately emotional for you, like, or just passionate. So again, we have a lot of fire energy, so there could be some fire signs in here. They're feeling very, like, they want to come at you because I think they're missing some certain things, but they're still feeling very charismatic and drawn to you in a very fiery, passionate way. Then we have the Knight of Air. So we have the Page of Swords. So this is the Knight of Swords. So again, they're still just trying to review and figure out how they want to come to you. They're still silent, but they're starting to move forward into thinking about this communication and how to do that. Unexpected income. So again, I'm kind of reading this as they, like, it might be when they do come towards you, it's going to be unexpected in an unexpected manner. And I almost think this is like, this is income, but it's like almost an unexpected offering to you. They want to offer you something, and it might be a little unexpected, and how that comes across, or just they want to, invest in you and in the relationship. But almost like you, it's going to be a surprise to you. Separation. So again, I feel like this time apart that you guys have had, it's helped them have some clarity on what's going on. Then we have past life relationships. So you guys have a strong connection. I think they're realizing that possibly you guys have had some past lives together, things like that. Like, they definitely feel like they've known you before, and they're having those realizations. But I feel like maybe, like, those are the thoughts they're having. They're like, how do I even say that? Like, this is kind of crazy. How do I tell them that? Sunglasses. So watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So I feel like they've been watching you. If you guys are in separation, which we have the separation card here, I think they've been maybe watching your social media. Also, I feel like, because we have gaslighting here, that they maybe had some narcissistic tendencies, and maybe that's what's died in them, and they're realizing the error of their ways, because they kind of made you feel like you were in the wrong, and that you had to fight for this when you didn't really need to, and they left you out in the cold. So I think they're having those realizations that how they acted caused all this. Discovery, behold the world with new eyes. Again, we have the death and rebirth, we have Magician. I just think they're just having a new perception in this whole situation. We have codependency. Codependency or addictions is affecting this relationship. So maybe, like, some of their actions and habits that they had in the past weren't the healthiest tendencies, and so they're having that realization that they need to move past all that in order to, I think it was just like almost like codependent on making you feel down and turning things around. Like, not necessarily that you guys were codependent on each other, it's just like they didn't know they were misusing, like, their power. Like, they had this control over you, and they misused that, and they realized that finally. We have these really fun little crystal ball oracle cards that I got from Etsy. It says you're going in the right direction. So whatever, like, this is kind of an answer that whatever you're doing the right thing. So continue to stay on your course. And then we have give back. So again, I think like we have a lot of messages of giving and wanting to finally give you what you deserve is overall what I feel like they're thinking. We have these twin flame journey messages. You don't have to be a twin flame. I think this is just a good card overall for feeling like going on checking in with how someone's feeling. But these are really awesome cards. They're from Mystic Moon Oracle. I got these on Etsy as well. She's a really cool shop and lots of different cards. So let's see, what would your person want to say? What does your person want to say if they didn't have be held back? Being apart has been life-changing for me. So yeah, I feel like this separation has really helped them see the truth of the situation, the truth of how they acted. Seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down, and that's not always easy to deal with. So again, it's like this past life, so they are realizing that this connection is way deeper than a surface level connection, and that's kind of has scared them. They weren't quite sure how to handle that. And I feel like they almost have this truth and they don't know how to tell you. Like, again, how do I even tell her or tell this person? You know, your person's wondering how they even tell you this. I can't handle your words right now. So I think they're a little afraid that because they were so in the wrong, I think that's also what's holding them back in the silence is they don't even know how to say I'm sorry. And they're afraid that you're going to point out everything that they did because they were in the wrong, and so they are scared because they know they're wrong. Sometimes it's hard for people to, you know, admit and then accept the repercussions of their past actions. So if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. So I feel like, yeah, they definitely left you out in the cold. They weren't honest and caring with how they treated you, and they're realizing that more than ever. And then we have, I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. So maybe you told them this, but they're just trying to figure this all out. So that's why they're still in this silence mode, and they're experiencing lots of things, but they are really sad about how they treated you and how things went down. Let's see what else they want to say. These are, again, anyone knows who watches my channel, White Rose Guidance, Divine Love Messages. I love these little cards. I love her channel. I usually always link her in my descriptions. If you are coming over here from her channel, thank you so much for finding me and supporting me. And I mean, I appreciate her so much for shouting me out on her channel. And same with Charlotte from Happy Twins 1111. They've been so good to me. I consider them, you know, dear friends, and I adore them so much. So okay, so let's see what else your person wants to say. Sorry, I have to give my girls some shout outs. So let's see. I'm so sorry for not giving you the time and attention you deserve. So yeah, they realized that this was so uneven. I don't feel like they're ready to tell you that, but they know. They're realizing it. I will do anything to bring you happiness. Okay, let's see. I remember you. So yeah, I think they're just really like almost in a nostalgic, reminiscing kind of. Again, that makes them sad because they know that they're the ones who messed up. I've had sleepless night caught between confusion and pain. So they haven't been able to get you out of their head. And it's, you know, keeping them up at night. Everything that went down with this is making them feel really guilty and bad. I feel you so strongly I can taste your essence. So again, we had some passionate cards here. I feel like they're still very passionate towards you, and they think about that a lot. Let's see, one more. I believe you. So maybe you told them about, you know, this kind of connection and stuff, and they played it off like, no, you're kind of crazy. But they're letting you know that they're starting to see the truth of things, and they do believe you. So guys, I really hope this helps. I hope this gives you a snapshot to where they're at. I feel like there's definitely been a shift in their perception of this connection, and they are strongly thinking about how to come towards you, but I also feel like it's almost like a dog with the tail between their legs. Like they know that they messed up, and it's like, how do I even come back from that? So they're still just trying to figure all that out. but they're getting there. So again, up to you if you want to take them back or want to wait for them. But just know whatever you are doing right now, that you are going in the right direction. Hopefully you can see that. For what you need to do. So continue doing what you're doing. Whatever you're doing the right thing. If you're healing yourself and working on yourself, that's the best thing you can ever do. So just continue to do what you're doing. Alright guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and comment so you can be entered into my drawing. I'm going to do another giveaway this month for a free personal reading. Yep, and thank you guys so much. Hey Pile 3, you guys picked the reddish little cute Hawaiian flower here. If you skipped ahead, we're just going over what's currently going on in your connection. It's a little snapshot of what the current energies are, what they're feeling, thinking, that kind of thing, where they currently are in their head about this connection. Alright, so let's see. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to do another giveaway this month for free personal reading for my subscribers that comment. So make sure you're subscribed, and let's get right into this. So, we have the Ten of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Okay, so I feel like right now this person's feeling very weighed down by all the options that are presented to them. Maybe that even one of those offers is from you. And they just have like a lot going on in their life that they're not sure what to invest their time in. I think they might have been very swift with whatever words they told you. But I don't feel like they've given you full honesty about all the stuff going on, and so they're feeling like just a lot going on. I feel very overwhelmed, feeling, and almost just like sporadically jumping to different things. So, sorry, my stomach is growling, guys. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Sun. Okay, so, you know, they're trying to figure out, I think all these options are keeping them up, and it's not necessarily just a bunch of different people, it's just a lot of stuff they have going on in their life, and they're trying to figure out where do they invest their time and their offer. But they're feeling very strongly like they want to give you an offer, but they're still very stuck in their head on what to do. But then we also have a Knight of Pentacles with, again, this offer, so it's kind of like this is an offer they want to make to you. So they're definitely thinking strongly about it because they see you as this person that brings so much sun and light and happiness into their life. So I feel like this person has maybe just had like a really hard life and they don't know. It's almost like, well, this is like too good to be true. Like, you're too good to be true. They want this with you. They want to show you. They want to give you the offer. They want to invest in your relationship, even though they have all this stuff going on because you make them feel so good, but they're still fearful in their thoughts about, well, if I make this, I feel like this person has juggled so much for so long that if they make this one offer to someone, that kind of terrifies them a little bit. Because then it's like they know that they can't move back from that. But they want to move towards you, the Sun energy. So completion. We are the World, Miser, and clinging to the past. So, okay, I feel like this person, again, wants to move out. Like, they want to complete, you know, these cycles of just constantly having so much on their plate, and they want to move into this more harmonious energy, but they're still holding on to these past like hurts and just basically like this is how they've always been. Like, they don't even quite know how to change. Like, just the thought of, even though like they have so much on their plate and they carry so much, just changing it all is terrifying them. And so they're holding on to just even though it's been very hard on them, and maybe they've expressed they've had a hard life or they have lots of stuff, but they almost don't know how to let go of that. Like if they drop one thing, then it all falls. So like, how do they even move from, as hard as it is to be how they are, they're clinging to it because it's all that they've known. Wisdom. So I feel like this is more how they see you. They see you as this wise, smart person, and you tell them all, like you can, it's like almost like you've told them like, well, doing this and this and this, like you just make it sound so logical, but they just can't figure out how to do it. But they see you as so wise. Like, how did they just see this? And I see that you see through a lot of these like boundaries that they put up as well, and almost like you see through their BS. That's how what I'm hearing. We have the Four of Earth. Being too frivolous, too cautious with money, but that's also like this miser card. So I feel like it's not about money. It's like, I mean, it could be materialistic. Maybe they're holding onto their ego so strongly, like they're not willing to let it go because it's all they've ever known. It's always how they've been. We have the Seven of Fire. So they're like, almost like they're defending how they've been, even though like you've told them an easier way to be, but they've been in this energy for so long that they're almost defensive about it. Justice. Oh yeah, these came out together. So I feel like they know that you're right, but they're fighting for their version of right, if that makes sense. Like that's, I'm getting a strong feeling of they just are so set in their ways that they don't know how to change. But they want to change. They want this offer. They want these beautiful things with you. Again, they see you as this beautiful, just happy, smart, wise person, but they're just so stuck and sticking and clinging to their old way of being. Adjudication. So we had justice and adjudication. So I feel like or they also could feel a little judged by you, even though you're right. They see it as like you're being judgmental of how they are, but you're like, no, I'm just telling you the truth, is the energy that I'm getting. Let's see, we have forgiving and learning. So I feel like this person is just, you've told them a lot. You've been very wise, and everything you said is very like, they know that you're right, and so they're just trying to figure out how to do all this. Retreat. So I see this person is like retreated. You were right, but they just don't know how to handle that all right now. So they're almost sticking their head in the sand like, well, I'm just going to continue to do what I've done in the past, because even though it's super hard, it's what's worked for me. Because they're afraid of what it'll mean, you know, if they let it all go. Coffin. Endings brings new life. This is like the Death card, so it's like they need to really let all this go, and they know that. They're just not exactly quite sure, and it makes them very afraid. But they want this sun. Again, I just keep getting drawn to the sun. They just see you as this beautiful light, but if they make you this offer, that means letting go of everything they've been their whole life. And that's really scary. Like, if I can offer you any advice, just to look at that for one person, even though you think it's ridiculous and they don't have to be this way, they changing and moving towards an easier way of being is terrifying this person. Rejuvenation. So I feel like you've sparked that desire of wanting to change, but again, they're still scared, but you're starting to sink in. They're starting to learn a little bit. They're not quite there yet, but be here now. They're learning to be more in the present, and they don't have to have it all figured out. Again, I feel like maybe this person has their whole life planned out, and you kind of stepped in and shook that all up and showed them a different way to be, and they're just trying to like almost let that all sink in. So they've retreated to try to figure out how to put all these puzzle pieces together, because everything you say makes sense, but they're just trying to figure out how to see it and move out of the past that they're clinging so desperately to. This is kind of advice for you. I love these little cards. These are from White Witch Oracle. I got them on Etsy. These are like these little crystal ball cards. There's only like 13 of them, but they're super cute. It says no need to worry. So you don't need to worry. They're figuring all this out. You know, if you're stressed about this, Just know it's sinking in slowly, but it is. And then we have boundaries. So I feel like this is for you. So maybe in this time where they're still in this energy, if you guys are still in connection, you need to put some healthy boundaries up just to safeguard yourself. Is what I'm hearing. I feel like this person has boundaries too, but I feel like it's almost like I'm being told that you need to put up some healthy boundaries for yourself. I know you care about this person. I know you love this person and you want the best for this person, but you need to set some healthy boundaries for yourself. And then that'll really help them shift to realize what they need to do. Let's get some more messages. Like, what would they say to you if they could? These are the Twin Flame Journey messages. You don't have to be a Twin Flame for these to resonate, but these are by Mystic Moon Oracles. Got them off of Etsy. She's got a lot of cool cards on there, so feel free to check her out. Let's see. These two won't popped out. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. Okay, I definitely feel like they didn't tell you everything. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So again, I feel like you have really pointed out how this person isn't doing things right. Not that, and I think it was a very loving manner, but they almost feel like it's too much, because even though they juggle so much and they don't really need to, it's all that they've known. So then they're like, well, can I really even do what she deserves, or what he or she, deserves, and what you're really feeling. So they're just a little, even though, again, I feel like your answer is so simple, they just almost don't feel like they can meet your expectations. I wish I could take back the things that I've said. So they've said some harsh words. Again, you know, people get defensive about their way of life. They try to defend that, and I think that they feel a little bad about some of the stuff they said, because it just came out as fear and being defensive, you know, fear of change. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. So they definitely are, yeah, feeling bad. Any harsh words that were used, they were just defending their nature, because it's really all they've known. Let's see, what else would they say? These are White Rose Guidance Divine Love Messages. Anyone who watches my channel knows I adore White Rose Guidance. I adore her. I adore her channel. She is very sweet. If you've come over from her channel or from Happy Twins 1111, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the support. They've been so generous and supportive with me, Charlotte and Lindsay, and I adore them, and I'm very thankful for them. So, all right, let's see. What else does your person want to say? I feel so much beauty and harmony and sweetness in the shelter between us. So again, we have the Sun card here. So they feel this beauty and harmony, like you feel like home to them. It's how you feel. And as beautiful as that is, I think they just don't know how to deal with that. This person doesn't know how to handle you. Even though it's not like you're asking for too much, you know, but I constantly feel you running through my veins. So they definitely feel very connected to you. It's like you're constantly there even when you're not. You turn loose heaven within me. It's come up, I think, almost every pile today. So a lot of our people are feeling very heavenly about the connection. I've had a lot of sleepless nights caught between confusion and pain. So yeah, it's like that very Nine of Swords energy. Like they don't know what to do. Again, your answer, I feel like you are like this beautiful, clear answer. It's just like, what then, you know, or it's almost like a death of an ego. Like they've been clinging to this way of life forever. Like, what does that mean if they just change? And what would everybody else say if they just changed who they were? But I feel like you've just offered them this, like, you just came in, like, you know, gave them such clarity, like told them, well, you know, you don't have to be this way, you don't have to do these things. And it was like such a simple thing, but again, if they changed who they are, then what would that mean for everything they've built? Let's see. I'm so lost in the ocean that is you. My love for you goes so deep, and I can never say it, but I love you. So yeah, this person definitely really loves you. They hold that close to their chest. again, like, I think these realizations that you've brought to them are just have been a lot for them, and they're still adjusting to all that. So guys, I hope this helps. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm doing a little thing after this. Anyway, so sorry. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, as I will be doing another giveaway for free personal reading of any subject of your choice this month. And so you can, as long as you're subscribed and commenting, you'll be entered into my giveaway for that, for every comment. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Thank you.